Yeah, dude, I stayed up watching the movie last night, Good Fortune. It's a new movie.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of turns that started to happen, I'm about like, I guess maybe 45 minutes in. The amount of turns that started to happen in the plot really were making it heat up.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's cool, dude. And Keanu Reeves, he's like this, like, he almost reminds me of like a surfer dude that won Best in Show at Westminster type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a little bit of California kind of, but he's very sweet, like a little pup.
And his posture's so good. It seems like he would win Best in Show. Like he seems like he has very good posture.
I never noticed his posture, but
you didn't?
No, but I remember when we first started screening the movie. As soon as he came up on screen, I could tell there was something like, "Whoa, this dude's a movie star." And it's not just that he's handsome. There's something, this other. There's this other thing that he has, and he's so funny in the movie. I mean, he just kills. And by the end of the movie, when I've watched it with crowds, like he's just doing the smallest thing and just getting huge laughs. And
you directed and wrote, and you're in it, right? You wrote it too?
I wrote it,
dude. That's
directed,
awesome, bro.
Produced, acted, everything. Too much.
So you have control issues, you think?
Yeah, a little bit, but in a positive way as well. Seth Rogen's in the movie, and he does his show, The Studio, and we've talked about that, about, kind of doing because he does everything on that. And there's something that's kind of streamlined about it, to like, oh, I had this idea, this is how I'm going to write it, and you kind of have, for me, whenever I'm writing something, I kind of have an idea in my head of how I want it to sound and look and everything, and directing is pretty much just conveying that to a group of people to execute it.
Yeah.
So if it's all coming from one person, and if you're one of the people acting, it does make things easier in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that does make a lot of sense, dude.
Yeah, and you have other people like Seth and Keanu who, they have iconic voices. So when I'm writing, I have their voice in the head, and then when they're there, they do it like even funnier than you think they were going to do it when you had it in your head. They add something or they improvise, and the goal is really you have like the version in your head, and then you have this whole crew and cast, and you kind of convey your vision, and then they take that and then they give you something else that's something from them, and it becomes better than you thought.
How long was you guys to shoot for?
Well, it was a little weird because we shot like 1 or 2 days, and then the writer's strike happened. We have to stop for a few months. Yeah. And then we came back, and this sounds crazy when I'm saying it out loud. So we came back after the writer's strike, which was like, I don't know, 7 months or something. It was a while.
And were people pregnant and stuff? Like, was it different?
No one got pregnant, but
okay.
No, everyone was still the same. But
oh, thank God.
We shot for like a couple of days, and then Keanu broke his knee. He broke his kneecap, like on our second or third day back.
What was he doing?
It sounds insane as I'm saying it out loud, because this guy's done all the Matrix movies, all the John Wick movies, never got hurt.
Yeah.
We filmed a scene in a cold plunge, and he was going back to his dressing room. He was all wrapped up in a robe and everything, and he like tripped on a rug and fell on his knee and broke his kneecap.
Oh.
Yeah, they got pictures of him in the crutches here on Perplexity.
No, he broke his freaking kneecap. And when you guys right there, could you hear it?
No, it was in his dressing room. So I just heard like someone on the walkies like, "Oh, Keanu's down." I'm like,
oh, so he went through it alone.
Yeah, he fell down, and then they were like, "He's hurt," and then he came down. He was ready to film right away. His knee was like bleeding like crazy, and we're like, "Hey, man, maybe you should go to a doctor." And he was like, "No, let's shoot." He loves shooting. He just wants to shoot. But anyway, we could film most of his stuff. He had like a knee brace that we like edited out with VFX.
He didn't get that stupid one with the wheels on it.
No, he didn't have the wheels. It's kind of mean to call it stupid, man. People are that's just something people got to use.
But dude, I saw some drunk lady and her husband. They were going down Broadway in Nashville, and I
know the thing you're talking about. It's like kind of like this thing. Yeah,
it's like a mini scooter, and then
my friend broke tore his Achilles heel, and he had to use that for a while.
Yeah, it's like the X Games of being crippled or whatever.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah, it seems a little silly.
But
he didn't have one of those. He just had a big knee brace. But we had these scenes where he had, like most of the stuff we could kind of figure it out, but there was a couple of scenes where we needed him to dance. There's a whole thing where he starts dancing cumbia, and we were like, Keanu, we can't shoot the cumbia stuff. So we came back after his leg healed and shot a few more days. But it was like a 30-day shoot.
Oh, wow. It's fast. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's not too much, but it's not too little.
Yeah. Yeah, David Spade and I made a movie, and I can't talk about it anymore on here because we've talked about it a lot, but.
How many days?
23 days.
That's pretty tight.
I
don't know the script or anything, but 23, it's a lot of work.
But over 30, we probably had a few days off in between, but it was a lot. It was like the fires that happened, so we had to move. And then one scene that just happens to be fire in it, and you're like, okay, well, this has to be part of it because you've already set up for the day and whatever the space is going to be. So like one day it's crazy winds. The winds were like 45 miles an hour.
I remember that. I was in LA right during the fires. And I remember the day before, there was a crazy winds. I was like, what's happening?
Okay, so we're like talking about kites. We wrote that into the script. Like, we should get some kites.
You wrote it in afterwards.
Yeah, just to add, maybe we'll get some kites after, we threw in a line. It's like just trying to make things make sense, because you're already set up. Everybody's already driven there. The people are there. There's a lady standing there with makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like people have washed their bodies and gotten in their vehicles and gotten over there. People have put on deodorant. People have put on clean panties and men's panties or whatever they're called, men's underwear.
They put on their undergarments and they showed up. And it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, you write these random things and then all these people get to work to do it. And it's like some silly joke about a pillowcase or whatever. Like, which pillowcase do you want to use?
Yeah. Sometimes it's something as dumb as that. Like all these people will drive to one place just so somebody can be like, Ricky's a bitch. And you're like, okay, that's lunch. You're like, that fucking took 4 hours? God, and Ricky's not even a bitch anymore. He's had a surgery by the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So everything's changed.
It blows my mind that, because it's like stand-up, you do these things and you're just on a mic and there's people there listening. But when you write a joke for a movie, there's all these trucks. Everybody's showed up. It really makes you pause for a second. I don't know if you had this thing where you're like, oh man, this is a lot. I hope this is worth it for these people.
Oh yeah, I remember the first day we got to set. I was like, holy shit! I thought this had just been a bunch of emails,
Mm-hmm.
And it was like all the emails that come together in real life. Like there was trailers. There was some guy got electrocuted.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But it was like everything, you were like, oh, people are acting. There's some guy practicing his things. They're like firing an extra. Like all the shit was going on, like some guy's just like, I had bought the wrong peanut. Just all the shit's happening, There's no coffee. There was always no coffee when I got over there. It's fine. But it was just like, it's fascinating to see it happen. And it's one of those things that has to, like, it's so expensive to do that you have to get it done on that day. It's like, whatever elements come, if somebody breaks their leg, if somebody goes missing, for an hour, you have to like shoot around it. Just all these little things that kind of go on,
I was telling someone, people always ask me, like, what's the difference between doing stand-up and doing a film? To me, doing stand-up, it's like you're running around a track and you go, hey, I'm ready to go. And then you go to all these cities and you run around the track and you're done. And a movie is like, you have to go to these people and go, hey, I want to climb this mountain. Can you give me money to climb this mountain? And they're like, let me see your plan, which is like your script. And they're like, well, we can give you this much. Oh, that's not really enough supplies. And then they're like, well, can Brad Pitt climb the mountain with you? Can you get, these other famous, and then if you're lucky enough to even get to start climbing the mountain, then people just start throwing boulders at you. Hey, here's the writer's strike. Hey, there's the fires in LA. Oh, wait, Keanu's broke his kneecap. And it is a
positive blood test. And you're like, oh, that's rough.
It's all just, you're just trying to avoid all these different disasters, and if you're lucky, you make it to the top. But it's so much harder there's so much more to that's out of your control.
Yeah.
Stand-up is so
in your control.
Yeah, there's something so pure and beautiful about stand-up. I like doing both, but there is something so pure and beautiful about stand-up where it's just literally a person talking in a microphone. It's kind of such a pure and direct art form. And filmmaking, there's so many other things that are out of your control and it's a lot more complex, but it's rewarding in its own way. I mean, I think about how, I'm working on other scripts now and I'll have some joke and it'll be like, whoa, this will be maybe years from now before I'll see this joke play in a theater and hear a crowd of people laugh. And then a stand-up joke, you know, you or I could think of something tonight and go to a comedy club and try it and hear it get a laugh. And that's so satisfying. But there's also something crazy about, like, I remember I started writing Good Fortune, like probably in the pandemic. I started writing it on and off. And there's jokes I wrote in, and then years later, it's like I'm in a theater in Burbank, and Keanu Reeves is saying the joke, and, you know, a crowd full of people goes crazy. And they're both amazing, but in different ways.
Yeah. That's so wild, dude. Well, you know, one thing that was great about Good Fortune, dude, and I haven't finished it, but I like it, and I'm excited to see the end of it.
It's not that long a movie, by the way.
But I didn't get home last night till probably 11:30.
No, I'm just saying for people that are worried that
it's
like
it's not.
hour.
It's an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
But it's good, dude. There were so many there started to be some really good plot changes for me that I really dug, like right around the spot where I'm at, where you think it's going to go one way and now it starts to change up, and then I don't want to give too much of it away. But one thing that was really amazing about it, and my friend was watching it with me, was that you felt of how tough it is that first year or two in LA. You felt of like when your character's sleeping in his car, right?
Yeah.
Or like when there's DoorDash delivery and just like the jobs you get when you first get to a big city to try to survive. The parking tickets and how you lose your car. You just come out of a place you barely had enough money to go get some avocados. It was the one thing you were treating yourself to this week. It was like 2 avocados. I'm going to cut those bitches up and I'm going to eat those bitches, right? And then I'm going to go to sleep, right? You were so excited and you come out and your fucking car has been towed because you didn't pay tickets. All that shit, dude. My friend and I slept in the McDonald's ball pit. We would jump the fence and sleep in that fucking ball pit.
Whoa.
Because it was like kind of some more space to lay out, right?
Wow.
Like if you got under the balls, there's hair in there, there's coins under there, but there's a little bit more room for your body than like, because we tried to sleep in his car one night and it was just a nightmare. But going through all of that, yeah. And the hair goes to the bottom, which I don't understand how that works. That's science. But, and yeah, they should they should see what's in the bottom of a lot of these. It's not good. But yeah, we would jump over the fence and sleep in one that, you know, that closed at 10. We'd get in and just get five hours of sleep or something, you know?
Oh my God, I'm so
but
sorry.
I could relate. No, it was awesome. It was fucking great stories.
Yeah.
One night we're in there, dude. We're talking shit to each other, laughing and stuff. And a fucking Asian guy's on the slide. He's asleep.
He's on the slide.
He pipes
Seems
up.
like he's very, very exposed.
No, like in one of those high slides where there was room where you could kind of get, you know, it was encompassed. He was in the best spot.
Oh my God.
Yes, he was in one of the tubes.
Oh, damn. That's better than the ball pit. That's a pro move.
Yeah, and he even came up to the window. It was like a little hamster showing up. Dude. It was pretty fucking dope. But dude, that was like, you forget about all the pieces of the things and the moments that like were so big.
And that was in LA?
And that was in LA. And I think
Which McDonald's in LA?
It's on Wilshire Boulevard. Like Wilshire and...
Does that Asian guy have a podcast now too? I hope he does.
I think it's Ronnie Chang.